This is Danny from Lego Buff Productions with another weekly update. It is technically Monday morning. It's 12:15 a.m. right now. I just finished uploading last week's update. And today I'm going to start with something that's not Lego, but something that's very important, especially to my channel. And that is uninstalling this game right here that is called Fortnite, which I'm sure most of you know what that game is. Why I just installed it? Well, basically I've been wasting way too much time on there. Sometimes I play every few days. I waste a few hours on those nights that I'd play, and I just got to the point that there's a lot of stuff I want to accomplish both on my channel and both just like filmmaking things in general, not Lego related necessarily. And that game was taking away too much time for me, and I finally realized how much time that literally was. And that was the only video game I play. I don't play any other video games. So that's done. Now I can focus all of my attention on what I really want to work on. So today is Monday. This is a corner of my basement. My first objective today is to move all of my empty Lego boxes down here. And once I'm done with that, I'll tell you what I'll be doing with them. And if you're wondering what I mean when I say all of my empty Lego boxes, I mean this entire closet pretty much. All of these boxes here, these are all empty, nothing in them. And I need this space to store a lot of this stuff. That's why this is kind of overflowing. So I need to move all of this downstairs. And here's what it looks like. My massive collection of boxes down here. So the reason I brought all of these down here was because I'm going to cut all of these where it's just the front of the box and the back of the box. So basically none of the sides. And it will dramatically decrease the size. If you're like, hey, that still sounds like a lot of cardboard, let me go ahead and show you my closet where I have the boxes that I cut apart, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago. So after all those boxes are moved out of here, you can see I have a lot more space in the closet now, which is awesome. This is what I was talking about here. These are all of the boxes that I had cut down. I can't remember how many years ago, but it was quite a while ago. And you can see all of them, how much less space obviously it takes up. And I mean, there's probably close to, I would say 200 sets here, especially there's a lot of very small ones right there. So like I said, I do keep the fronts. So you can see like here's the Venator, the front and the back of the box. Now the reason I'm doing this, I'm thinking about doing a separate video, doing like a full explanation, but I have a project that I want to do several years down the road. This could be like a 5 or 6 year project. Like in 5 or 6 years, I'll start this project. But I've been preparing for it for many years. You can see obviously since I have all those prepared, and then now I'm going to cut all the other ones. What I'm going to start working on now though is I have a few storage things and stuff just kind of lying around my room and all this stuff right here that I'd like to put in the closet in an organized manner instead of kind of just shoving it all in there so it's easy to access. So that's my project right now. Alright, you can see it's a bit chaotic in here right now because I'm moving around a lot of stuff. I had this cart that I used for my dorm room in college. I've been bringing it back again this year when I go. But right now I found the great use of just putting these boxes that I originally had in there that have basically quantities of the same piece in these boxes right here. So this is a perfect use for that cart. That'll be slid back in there. I also found this in my basement that we weren't using. This fairly large drawer, and this is perfect for instructions. You can see I have 2 smaller ones right there that I've been using for several years, but my instructions filled filled the capacity of those, and so I will be using this from now on for all the instructions since those are both full, which I have a ton of. It's kind of hard to see, but at the top of the closet I have a bunch just kind of hidden up there. So I'm gonna put this in place right now. So I got the container in here. It turns out this is what was at the top of my closet. However, I completely forgot that I also had this box right here, which was underneath this polybag box, which is filled to the brim with instructions. So I got to take all of those out now in addition to those and put those in the new bin. So after quite a bit of organizing, this is what I was able to come up with. You can see I have the 2 original instruction containers on the bottom, new one on top, polybag box. I just have some miscellaneous posters and stuff behind there, small base plates, some miscellaneous figs from a collection I bought about 2-3 years ago, my filler brick, some sets without minifigs that I bought used at Brick Fair, Virginia 2016 that I still haven't figured out what to do with yet. Mindstorms parts that I'll eventually be parting out. Gray base plates. And then just some other storage, but it's neat enough that I kind of know where everything is. At some point, I'll probably end up doing like a room tour of where I go over all of the details of basically what's in here. Today is Tuesday. Last night I was incredibly productive. Again, thanks to deleting that video game that I showed at the beginning of this episode. So I was in a Hangouts call for I think 3 or 4 hours. Ryan M&R was there at some point. Matt, the Brick Wiz, was there for most of it. Xclone Xavier was there. And Aiden, also known as Adoyer on YouTube, was also there. So the main thing I did was clean off this entire table. I had like a huge pile of pieces, if you remember seeing it here. I ended up sorting all of those out last night. Moved all of these sets here, which will be for sorting, scrapping, and storing. This is a total of 4 different episodes right here. So my goal today is to film the intro and the breakdown for all of these so I can kind of schedule ahead some episodes so I can start to get ahead on my videos, which has been a goal of mine for a while. I also put together this board right here which kind of outlines the different segments of each episode of sorting, scrapping, and storing, so I can keep track of what I'm filming. I just finished filming the part where I slowly take apart the Clone Trooper vs. Droideka Cup Battle Pack. Have that all parted out now. All of those are in here. I'm going to move on to the next one right now. That is wave number 2 for sorting, scrapping, and storing. Moving on now to number 3. I'm now filming the final portions for the sorting, scrapping, and storing. If you've ever wondered how I get those shots where it's kind of the looking straight down at me opening up the bins, this is how I do it. I have 2 lights set up on the sides, and then I have my tripod right here. My tripod has this special feature where you can kind of extend the camera like so it's facing directly down. And then I just pull out the drawer and put the parts in. Just to give you an idea of why it takes so long to film and edit sorting, scrapping, and storing, you can see this past episode the episode that will be going up on Wednesday, was 53 separate video clips. I finished up editing the first part of the video. That's all kind of squished in right there. Now I have to go through, and this is all just the portion of me putting the pieces in the bins. And you can see when I have all the just original footage there, it drags the timeline out to about 10 minutes there. So I have to cut all that down. Obviously the final episode's usually about 3 to 4 minutes. So it's about 10 o'clock right now on Wednesday night. On Monday night I did quite a bit of sorting in this room, and I just did a little bit more. I had a huge pile right here of 2x4s, 6x6 plates, and then this is kind of the leftover of the stuff I haven't put away yet. So these are all just pieces that I've pulled out of this pile right here. So I'm going to put all those away so I can kind of clear off the floor and then continue pulling more pieces from this pile. The reason I had these piles formed there for a few days was because I was going to do a segment for sorting, scrapping, and storing, but I figured it would take way too long to film all of that and be a lot more productive to just put it away, because my main goal here is not to make videos but to get this pile sorted. So I'm going to continue with that tonight. So today is Thursday, and I begin work on my new building series today, which will be called the Christopher Nolan Project. I am so excited for this, so excited to bring it to you guys. I've wanted to do a building series for a long time, you know. David really started with Solid Brick City, started it with Building Kashyyyk. Chris did Building Scarif, David did Building Scarif, he's now doing Building Crate. Rich Boy Jay did a building crate. Matt the Brick Wiz did a building crate. There's just been a bunch of various, there's numerous others too that I'm not naming now, because those could go on forever really, of just different building series on YouTube. So I wanted to do my own, but I kind of wanted to stray a bit away from the Star Wars genre and do something a little more unique just to try out those waters. And that's what you see here. Here is the official logo. I just finished making it for the Christopher Nolan Project. So you don't know who Christopher Nolan is. He is a famous director. Here are 9 of his 10 movies that he's directed. So you have Interstellar, Inception, the Batman Dark Knight trilogy, Prestige, Memento, Insomnia, and Dunkirk, which is his most recent one. You've probably seen ads for this at some point on YouTube or in cinemas or anywhere. So I rented these 4 from the library because I didn't own them. These 5 I did own. So I'm going to rewatch them. His 10th one wasn't at the library, wasn't at my local video store. So I'm probably just going to rent it online. It's called The Following, and that's actually one that I have not seen yet. That was his first film, I believe, in 1998. First movie I'll be watching is Memento. Okay, so today is Saturday. Unfortunately, I won't be able to have it finished by today, which means it will be going up tomorrow. That's the plan. So I have a makeshift intro right now. Not sure how I feel about it yet. It's okay. At the moment, it's missing the Lego elements, which I have to add in still. So I have to go build some minifigures from these movies in Lego. Some of them I'll be able to take like Batman stuff from those sets. Other ones which don't have minifigs, like the war ones like from Dunkirk and such, I'll have to make on my own and from Inception. So I'm gonna go work on that right now. Okay, so I finished making these 5 characters from 5 different Christopher Nolan movies. We have one from the Batman, Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, and Prestige. So I will be taking pictures of all these now that I'll be using in the intro video. So I ended up clipping off about 1/3 of its original length. Here is what I have now.
You're not a hero. You're the father. See yourself become a villain. You know where you hope this train will take you, but you can't know for sure.
Okay, get ready to match our span with the retro thrusters. It's not possible. No, it's necessary.
Alright, so today is Sunday. Like I said, this video will be going out on Monday since my building series video is going out today. All I have left to do now is just film the intro segment where I kind of talk about what the series will be, because this week's episode is only an introduction. So I have my lights set up, camera set up. Alright, so today is Monday. That's going to do it for this week's update. I decided that I will end up uploading this on Tuesday to kind of give everyone a chance to watch the Christopher Nolan Project video. Again, check that out if you have not already. It is uploaded. Very pleased with how it turned out. So that's going to do it for this week's update. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to tune in next week for another update. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my channel for some other awesome LEGO videos, and have a great day.